Greetings, Princeton United Methodist Church, beloved community. Greetings in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Grace and peace to each of you. I'm coming to you from my living room in my workout clothes, which means I just finished a workout. And so partly forgive my appearance, partly this is proof to those of you who are worried about me taking care of myself. I'm getting in my exercise every day and decided to go ahead and make this video before if I wait to get all pretty and clean, it'll be a while. So here I am bringing you some things. I wanted to talk about at least 3 different things with you, and all of this will be reiterated in the email that this is coming to you in. So if you're not watching the whole video, you can get the details of it in the email as well. But first, I wanted to talk about worship. So I'm going to talk about worship. I'm going to talk about some changes that we're needing to make to our building and gathering abilities, and I also want to talk about caring for you through all of this. It has been quite a week, couple of weeks. I look at the video that was in the happenings yesterday, and that was made over 2 weeks ago now, and things have changed so much since then. That video is almost outdated. Not all of it is, but things have changed a lot since then. So first I want to talk about worship. So we are gathering tomorrow for worship, but only online. We can no longer gather in our building for the time being. We have been limited to groups of 10, which doesn't allow much space for anybody to come. And we've also just been asked to shut our buildings down to group meetings in general. So there will be about 6 of us gathered together tomorrow. We're all staff members, and we will be bringing you worship through Facebook live streaming. And many of you tuned in last week, and I am so grateful. It was such a gift to me to get to see all of you interacting and connecting that way. And I heard from many of you what a gift it was as well. So we're going to do that, and we've there are a few things I want to tell you about this to get you ready. So one of them is that the worship materials. So we've changed how we put the bulletin together. It's much easier to see and print out if you want to print it out. It was sent to you, a link was sent to you in your happenings yesterday. You can also go to our website, and there is a blue box at the top of our website, princetonumc.org, that will give you worship materials and all the things that you need. The call to worship, the responses, the hymns, some images that I'm going to talk about tomorrow are all there for you. And so this may take some different experimenting for you to figure out whether you want to print it out. Maybe you can't print it out at home, and maybe you want to do a split screen while you're doing this. There are a number of different ways you can kind of connect with that. We also have a team of people who are ready on Facebook Live to figure out, we're continuing to figure out how to help you participate well in worship. I believe worship is best when it is invites you into full, active, conscious participation, and so we're going to keep finding ways for you to do that. So 2 things that I want you to do before worship tomorrow. One is to send in some prayer requests. In the email below, there's a place for you to send in prayer requests. You can still do that tomorrow, but if you want them included in the prayer that will be said tomorrow in worship, I ask you to go ahead and send those to us now. There's a little delay in live streaming that makes it a little tough to get all of the prayer requests in real time tomorrow. So send in prayer requests. The other thing is I would invite you to gather whatever you need for worship. So if you are printing out that bulletin, that's good. But I'm also going to invite you to find a candle or a cross or some sacred image. Maybe you have an icon, or maybe you have something that is precious to you that helps you center, and those who are with you there at home, if there's somebody center with you. There's going to be a time we're just still having acolytes tomorrow during worship, and so there will be a time when we'll all light a candle together, if that's what you have there. Have this moment of centering. So gather together a candle, figure out how you're going to engage in with the bulletin and be ready. I also want you to know that we even before all the COVID-19 stuff was happening, we were already trying to improve our feed, our sound and video quality, but this has pushed us further faster. So tomorrow we are going to be using a brand new camera that we have gotten, and Skitch and my husband Bobby have worked hard this week to get this up and running, and we believe through our testing that the sound will be much improved and the video quality will be much improved. So we hope that this helps you tremendously. We're gonna do some more experimenting and things over the coming weeks to help more and more of you participate well. A word to those of you who are not on Facebook, for whatever reason. There are many reasons for you not to be on Facebook. Many of you are, and I've put a survey in the email below, and you got it earlier this week too. I'm trying to understand how many of you are not on Facebook, and that would help us if you could fill out that survey for us. But for those of you who are not on Facebook, two things. One is that you can watch the video, the live stream of this, without having a Facebook account. So if you still go to the link that we send you, again, it's going to be in the email that this is with. If you still go to that Facebook page, you can scroll down and you can just say, not now, I don't want an account, and you can still watch it. What you can't do is interact. So you cannot comment if you don't have a Facebook account. For some of you, you just don't want a Facebook account or don't feel like you have access, and there's hard things. I get it. There's no pressure here to get a Facebook account. But some of you may want to do that just for the purpose of doing this, and you don't have to do another thing with Facebook ever if you want to do that. But also, over the coming weeks, one of my priorities over this next week, I hope that we can find some other ways to bring this to you that aren't just on Facebook. I know it's possible. We just have some details to work out. So that's one of my priorities this coming week. I'm very concerned with helping us all be able to connect, and there are many of you who can't connect this way. So we're working on it. We can just do one piece at a time. So we're getting there. I also wanted to invite you to think about who you would like to invite to worship. So this is an interesting thing, right? Like it is. Many of us have a hard time inviting people to worship. It's a big ask to have somebody take time out of their schedule on Sunday mornings who maybe isn't used to this and bring them to church. And some people, they've never been inside a sanctuary. It's been a long time. There's lots of stuff that can help us, that makes it hard to invite people to church and hard for people to come to church. But here we are in this very strange and different time where we are gathering in different ways. And maybe this is a perfect time to invite a friend to join us for worship tomorrow morning. And there are lots of ways you can do that. You can just pass along the link, say, hey, join us. This is a worship service that I'd love for you to participate in. But one of the features on Facebook is actually something called a watch party, and you can click that. Now, when you're in a watch party, it's spread, it's all your friends on Facebook are notified. But what you can't do is comment and be part of the comment stream on our live stream page. So it's kind of a choice there. You can still invite people without doing the watch party, but you can also do this watch party, and it kind of invites people throughout your friend group on Facebook. So try it out, experiment, see what you think. So I think that's all I need to say about worship. You're going to hear different voices. It's not just mine and the people who are going to be in the room. Hyosung and Young-hee and Tom and Skitch and I are going to be there tomorrow, but there are going to be other voices coming in as well, which I'm excited about, and glad that we get to hear from other people, even though they won't be in the room with us. Any questions about that, please let me know. If you need technical help about getting onto Facebook or any troubles there, please let us know. We've got some people who can help you with that. They're very willing. Okay, second thing is that I want to just be clear with everyone that our building is essentially shut down. So we, the staff, for now we're allowed to be there, continuing to keep our physical distance from one another, and we're meeting safely and cleaning and all those things that we're supposed to be doing. But no other people can be in the building for now. So No groups, none of our outside groups are meeting. None of our regular groups are meeting except virtually. So I'll keep pointing you to your group leaders and your ministry team leaders to figure out how you're meeting. We're still having Sunday school tomorrow, which I'm delighted about, so excited about. Evangeline has sent you, who are part of our children's ministry, the links to that. We'll be participating in that too with Elliot. So I hope you'll tune in for that. And I will be having children's time during worship as well. So in case you're wondering, like, do I do both? And I hope you and your children will be in with worship as well. So, but they're not happening simultaneously. They're happening in different spaces. We're continuing to have our Tuesday Lenten Lunch series, but it's happening via Facebook Live and Zoom. We're going to keep connecting you in these ways. We had about 10 people through Zoom eating lunch together and having a lovely discussion this past Tuesday. So this is a way that you can continue to participate and again, invite friends to join us. So the last thing I want to say is that this has been, I'm one of the people, many of you are too, who has found the rhythm of our lives completely thrown off. I am not only your pastor still, I'm also Elliot's homeschool, remote learning guide, teacher. Bobby's been working from home. I've been doing a combination of working from home and working at the office, and so many of you, or all of you, I don't think there's anybody who's not experiencing some disruption around this. And while so much focus has been around our physical health, which is crucial right now, we have to focus on that. And there are also a lot of other pieces of this that are kind of getting a little less press time. I know that many of you are already experiencing economic shifts in your household budgets or, your businesses, your organizations that you work for. This has been like, something has happened so quickly for us and so much uncertainty is there. And all of this, the physical things that we're having to do, the changes in the rhythms of our lives, the stressors, the fears and the worries and the anxieties and just the questions and the news and all these things are also creating enormous amounts of stress. And some of us are more resilient than others. Some of us have coping skills and others don't. And I just don't want to minimize at all how we have all been affected and disrupted. So many people, I've heard from several of you this week who have had family members pass away, and you're not going to get to go to a funeral, if there even is a funeral. So many in our community connected to the university or Westminster Choir College or the seminary or just school in general, public school. Your whole, everything has been disrupted, and there's a lot of grief and a lot of sorrow around that, so much. So I want to invite us to continue to breathe and to connect with God and with one another. Worship is actually a really important thing around that. So continuing to invite you to be present with us in worship, connecting to one another, finding these things. We're going to keep trying to give you some tools to help with all this. But this is one of my really big concerns. And we're starting to hear a little bit about this in the news and the media, but not nearly enough. There's a lot of toll that's being taken upon us, and I don't want to ignore that as we are trying to be very careful around our physical health as well. So know that we have a circle of care that is doing an amazing job of trying to make sure that people in the congregation are really reached out to and connected with, making sure that people have these ways of connecting even in our time of social distancing. And there's an email address in the email below as well to help us with that. And your pastors are still available. All your staff members would be happy to talk to you and share with you during this time. So this is, I'll sign off for now, and we're going to keep coming back to you with more information as it keeps changing, and just keep keep connected with yourself, with each other, and with God. And we will keep trying to guide you through this as best we can. I cover your prayers, and thank you for all of your grace and encouragement and patience. And it's good to be part of this community with you. Take care. Bye.